you say can you tell us what happened to your brother?
He was killed in a motorbike accident.
Is that right? And how old was he at that time?
He was 18.
And you would have been what age?
About 22, 23.
That's going to take a lot out of somebody.
It is going to take a lot of people. And I went into business because as of my problem, reading, writing again, go look for a job, you were always nervous, put your name down in case you had to be involved with reading and writing.
Okay.
And I did work for a company called Ethos Medical, and the lads in there were very, very good to me. But moving on from that, I was in an accident shortly after my brother was killed, and it was a number of months I was at home in the house. And then I borrowed £2.5 off my father, and he gave it to me, and I set up a business called Boxer's Taxis.
Okay.
And I went into partnership then with Fergal McCormack and Peter Sherlock. And Peter left the company, and myself and Fergie carried on. Again, with my father-in-law, Fergus, and my own father. We were all team, so we started to get very busy. But I was dealing with a lot of the problems. Again, I was just married. I had a mortgage. We had a couple of crashes, one after the other. I have to say, I was involved in two of them myself. And problems started to really erupt inside me. And these panic attacks started, well. But I went that further by saying to Ryan, it was on a Sunday afternoon. We were out at a clay pigeon shoot, which we do. It wasn't something that it was every Sunday, but it was every second Sunday. We used to be training for a shoot. And this particular Sunday, I was coming home, and I left the lads off at the pub, and I headed for home, as I normally would. I'd go left to go to my own house, but this particular day, I went right. And I went up to a place called the Bullet Road and down into a pits. And the pressure was so severe when inside me that I had a loaded gun. And I was there, and I says, all sorts of thoughts going through your head. But then it was a blackout. And when I hear so many people that's affected through suicide, and so many people and families that had been gone through it, and it was facing me on that particular day, and I did pull the trigger. But whatever, my brother above, whoever, I pushed away the gun. And I went home that day.
You were in the car?
I was in a van.
In a van, excuse me. And you had, is it a sort of a rifle type thing?
It was a shotgun.
Shotgun, excuse me.
Yeah.
And you pointed it to yourself?
I did.
To your face?
To my face, yeah.
And at what moment did you push?
If I was truthful and said, I couldn't say that to you, only to say that I did pull the trigger and I pushed the gun away.
And the bullet was discharged?
It discharged and shattered the window in the van. And I went home. I was in bits for a long, long time.
Of course you were.
And I went home, and my wife, Michelle, and she knew there was something wrong, and I was crying. And then she started to cry, and she asked me what was wrong, and she rang the doctor. And our neighbour down the road, Dr. John Rice, he came up like a shot. And in fairness to him, he was absolutely tremendous to me at the need to help. But my family was absolutely tremendous. My wife, her mother, Maura, her father, Fergie McCormack, who was a partner of mine, and also to my own mother and father. And not too many, I'm here tonight telling you a story that not too many people know. But I had a great friend in Barry Golden. Barry was a fishing buddy of mine, a shooting partner of mine, and he got me through an awful lot of what the pain and the anxiety to get me over that hump in life. And I had a great friend in a guy called Kieran Kilmartin in Glasson, and Kieran was very, very good to me. He knew few people that my family had told this horrible story to. And you know, we look at suicide and we have this habit of when it happens, we look back and we say, well, did I see a sign? Did I see that? You know, we're like a detectives. I said to people, reach out to your best friend. If you see something, talk to them. Don't be afraid. There's help out there. There's help there for everything nowadays that wasn't there at that time.